Welcome to the week ending review at Wealthy Bucket. This review is designed to gauge and test our Bucket Weekly market forecast that our premium members receive each and every Sunday. As you've heard in the past, you're only as good as your most recent week or your most recent trade. Well, we're here to share you our victories and our inaccuracies, so to speak, and we want people who are not premium members to really see what it's going to take to become consistent. And if you've followed us for a number of weeks, months, maybe over a year, then you'd know that our forecast has been accurate pretty much, I'll make this statistic up, 90% of the time. So, and it's not a bad track record. That doesn't mean we win 90% of our trades. We are accurate in terms of market direction and a continuation in that market direction. And that is what we are promoting in terms of understanding what the market is going to do so that you can better prepare yourself for the upcoming trading week. Now, if you haven't taken a look at our MoneyFlow performance or MoneyFlow investment ideas or trading ideas, there's a performance section. Go check it out at our website. And you'll see that we do have a high winning ratio, and that is due large in part to how we analyze the market. So if you are confused, you don't know day in and day out what to do next, check us out. It saves a lot of time if you can understand how to listen to the market or read the markets. That way you know when to add to positions, when to stop buying, when to start selling. Those are the most trivial things. That is the holy grail from a retail perspective, retail investor perspective. So let's kick it off. We're going to do a quick review of the markets because there's not much that needs to be said that has happened this past week. Before we get going, Wealthy Bucket does not provide investment advice. Before investing on your own, please consult a financial professional to see if it is right for you. Trading and investing in stocks, options, futures, and currency carry risks that can result in a financial loss. So let's take a look at the four major U.S. indices right now, and the market is still going. It's about 1:45 in the afternoon here on Friday. The market opened up on the week at 1976.93. It is currently at 1976.81. So we are flat on the week. Okay, we are absolutely flat on the week on the S&P. The Dow is actually trading down. The Dow is at 16,936.96, and you can see it's traded into our immediate support levels. The Dow opened up the week at 17,095.11, so it is trading down. The S&P was slightly up 2 points a few moments ago. It is now trading lower. The NASDAQ is still holding. You can see the open on Monday was at 4421.20, and currently it's at 444455, and it's still holding up. As long as the market doesn't close down or the NASDAQ doesn't close down another 20 points, it should finish in the green. But it's not that green, so don't pat yourself on the back. What you should be patting yourself on the back is, were you prepared for that sideways action that we called the last 2 weeks? The Russell is trading lower. The Russell opened up this week at 114639. It is currently at 114460. Okay, so it's actually trading down about 2 points now. And when I talked about that sideways action momentarily, were you prepared for it? A lot of times the news or whatever commentator or whatever analyst will say, yeah, the market's going to continue to go higher. Yeah, I don't disagree with that because the economics still support that. That doesn't mean that the market can't have an interim retracement for 3, 4, even 10%, even if the market retraces 10%, that doesn't mean that the recession is starting, or that there's no more buying to be had. The market's got to recalibrate itself. So are you prepared for that? And we called this for the last 2 weeks, that as long as the yen continues to hang in immediate support, which it's hanging in there right now, it's touched down on an uptrend right now. It did not breach immediate resistance, and it's tested this level a lot of times. As you can see here, this is major resistance. And as long as the yen continues to move within this ascending triangle, we said this for the last 2 weeks, we expect narrower and narrower and more sideways action in the S&P 500, which is exactly what has happened in the last 2 weeks. As you can see, you can make money. I'm not saying that. You can make money trading short term. And some of you out there are great at it. Some of you out there shouldn't be doing it at all, because short-term trading happens fast and it's not great for everyone's trader psychology or psychology in general. So, but the point we're trying to make here is, if you can understand what the market is asking you to do, meaning if you can understand how all of these different markets correlate, the currency markets and the commodity markets and the equity markets, how they are all intertwined together, then you can better prepare your trades in terms of time frame. How long I should be holding on for? When should I get in? For the last 2 weeks, you couldn't hold the trade long term. You couldn't get into a trade and hold on to it for 2 weeks, because you probably wouldn't be making money if you just hung on to it based on the index. Which means as long as the market moves sideways, you have two choices. You can either not engage the market, which is fine. If you don't engage the market, it has to be under the premise that you understand that the market is going sideways. So you're going to wait for the stock market to actually make a move upwards or downwards. That's financial literacy. If you just don't want to get into the market because you don't understand what's going on, then you need some help. So, and if you do want to get into the markets, you can. However, they're going to be based on short-term trades. Meaning, I'm going to get in today, I may need to get out tomorrow. I can get in today, I may be able to hold on to them for 2 days, and I need to get out again. That's short-term. And that short-term decision is based off of what the market is asking you to do. And that's exactly what our Bucket Weekly market forecast is designed to do for our premium members each and every Sunday, that expands across the entire week. So let's take a look at the euro, and our euro trade finally hit almost second target. We're off by a few points. We might have to trim it out, but we stuck with it. We started the trade up here and we stuck with it all the way through. And as you can see, as the S&P starts to move towards immediate support, the Japanese yen is in immediate support. The euro is trading into intermediate now, support here, which we had identified 2 weeks ago for you. And the US dollar is now trading into intermediate resistance levels. And what you have here is effectively a perfectly timed market. And if you can understand how to time the markets perfectly, then you know you'll have a strong idea and confidence when I'm supposed to be buying, when am I supposed to be selling, and when maybe I shouldn't be doing anything at all. And that, folks, is called financial literacy. And that, folks, is what Wealthy Bucket is all about. And that is exactly what we do week in and week out to prepare our premium members for the upcoming week, so they got a good probability of being profitable week in and week out. That is the gist of this week's market review. We are on track with our forecast. If you have any questions, email us at service@wealthybucket.com. If you haven't been to our website, go check it out at www.wealthybucket.com. Check our performance, read the previous bucket weeklies, and we hope you enjoy. And if you are not convinced, then you don't need to be convinced, and you got to keep doing what you're doing. And our program isn't for people that need convincing. It's for people that have realized what they're doing is not correct. It's for people that have realized that what they're doing is causing them more pain. It's taking them longer to understand the markets. That is who our program is for. It is not for people who haven't realized that what they're doing is not correct and it continuously causes them to lose money. And again, if you have any questions, email us at service@wealthybucket.com. We hope you had a great week and we hope you have an enjoyable weekend. Thank you for stopping by the Wealthy Bucket.